coming in live, also known as the Gold Digger Girl, which you can probably tell by the name of my business page, but this does get shared out, so just in case you've never seen my videos before, let me know. If you're catching me for the first time, I would be honored to connect with you, so just say new. I think that's engagement bait, so hopefully I don't get in trouble for that. Oh my gosh, you guys, engagement bait is real. I did this video about Facebook. I want to be careful on what I say, but you guys remember the outages? You remember the outages? Well, I did a video about that because I was doing a 14-day challenge, and it was the lowest amount of video views I've ever gotten on a video in my life, except for when I first started. You know why? Because Facebook could tell I was talking about the outages. Yeah, true. It's like they're just listening. It's crazy. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to find friends and influence people. So if you're just like banging your head against the wall, you don't have people to talk to, you don't know, like you're just like, I want to grow my business, but I don't know how to find people, or I'm just feeling really okay, do you have the summer blues? That's what I want to know, because I can tell there's something in the air right now that people are having the summer blues. Now, I talk to so many of you every day. I actually recognize all of you on here right now, except for one person. I am not talking to you, so don't think that I'm talking to you right now when I say this, but this is my third summer in network marketing, and guess what? A lot of you have the summer blues, and you have a choice right now. There's a path, and I've seen it. This is my third time, guys. I've worked with thousands of people so far, and it's really awesome, but I see things. This is the path. The one path is, oh my gosh, summer blues, I'm so frustrated, I'm out of schedule, I just feel, and you start going this route where you stop working your business, the excuses take over, you let the frustration bother you, and you take a step back to become the person you were months ago. All the work you've done on developing your stuff, poof, gone. That's what's so crazy about self-development. You have to keep working on it. John Maxwell is 72 years old, and he is legit working on himself every day. How crazy is that? He said he had breakfast with his dad, who's 89 or 72, 82, 92. No, I think he's like, yeah, well, no, probably 90 something. And his dad's like, yeah, I think my best years are to come, okay? So there's this path, or there's this path. This path is where you push through. This path is where you say, you know what? I'm gonna look those excuses in the eye and give them a wink. I'm gonna look those excuses in the eye and I'm gonna give them the middle finger, because I don't have time to take steps back and go back to what I was pre-summer or earlier this year, right? If you've been working on yourself, how hard have you worked to get to where you are right now? You guys let me know. You got the summer blues? Can you guys give me your best, okay? The best is going to be different for everybody. Can you give me your best? That's all I want. Every day is different. Your best is going to be different when you're not feeling so great. Your best is going to be different when you just signed up a bunch of people and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, right? Your best is going to range, okay? But right now, if you feel like you're frustrated and you have the summer blues, or you feel like there's a lot of stuff coming up right now, you have a choice. You are at the impasse here. You're at the path in the road. What's it called when it splits off? I don't know, probably some poem about it. So use the bend in the road. Is that it? Bend in the road? I don't know, ever quotes or jokes, I just don't. So you're coming up to the split in the road, my friends. Are you gonna go this way and get off the path to success, and you're just gonna backtrack and you're gonna let your excuses be bigger than you? You're gonna let your problems be bigger than your goals. You're gonna let your mindset go down into the drain and all the work you've done. And I know no one's saying this stuff, and I'm gonna say it to you. I see it every summer. And then the person rolls up in the fall and they're like, oh my gosh, the whole summer went by. Or they show up January 1st and they're like, yeah, summer got busy. And then the holidays, and like, you just threw off half the year. Plus, not to mention all the work you did before. Or are you guys gonna go this way with me? Come on, everybody. Let's go this way. Let's look at those excuses in the eye. Let's look the fears in the eye. Let's just say, no more. Enough is enough. I've worked so hard to get to where I am. I'm not gonna backtrack. I'm just gonna keep doing the best I can. I'm gonna show up every day, okay? If you guys can do that for me, I'm gonna continue to show up for you. Okay, if you would like I tried to flip the camera backwards, but Facebook doesn't wanna do that today, or filters. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. This is the Gold Digger Girls Memory Jogger. I have a freebie for you. Can you guys see it? It's all these pages. It's really big. So if you put L-I-N-K, which is backwards, so I can just spell it out for you. Should I do it this way? L-I-N-K? No, that doesn't matter. L-I-N-K. ManyChat Messenger is going to shoot this over to you. It's the memory jogger. So click the button and you can download the PDF for free. It's for you, LINK. So I'm going to tell you guys about how to get 150 leads right now. Are you guys ready? 150? We're going to crush it. By the way, these 150 are all considered warm market because you're either going to know these people or you're going to have a mutual connection. So if you hosted, I didn't even put that on here actually. Here's a bonus tip. If you host an online event for a customer, so Stacy's on here, let's say Stacy's my customer and she agrees to host an online event. We do a 15-minute Facebook party, which is my signature program for online events. She invites 30 girlfriends and I come in and do her party and I share about my company or my product. Those 30 people are all warm prospects because Stacy has done the handoff. Stacy has introduced them to me. Stacy's basically saying, I trust Kimberly, so you can trust her as well. Does that make sense? So all of these people, the 150 we're gonna come up with right now, they are all warm prospects. Okay, well, warm leads. You have to turn them into a prospect by exposing them, okay? All right, memory joggers. So the first one is family. So the way it's set up, it'll say, you can't see it, but it'll say the category and then it's gonna say mutual connections, okay? So this is an activity where you're gonna sit down and you're just gonna brain dump everybody on here. And then later on, you can just add names as you think of them, okay? So first off, for the memory jogger, and even if this is your 3rd network marketing company or 12th, I don't care. I still want you to go through this and I still want you to share with these people about your product or your business, okay? So the first one is family. It's kind of obvious, but obviously you want to list out your family. And even if you're like, oh, my cousin that I think she'd really love this product, but I've already told her about my other 2 companies and I feel like I'm just that annoying person. All you have to do is just let her know, hey, I wanted to let you know I switched companies. People switch jobs all the time. I wanted to let you know I found something I'm really passionate about. That other thing I was doing wasn't a good fit. I appreciate your support along the way. Wanted to let you know what I'm doing. I'm actually partnering up with a blank company. They help people with weight loss, whatever, help people with blah, blah, blah. If you want more info, let me know, but otherwise just keep me in your mind in case you hear of anyone who struggles with those things. Thank you. That's it, okay? And by saying, let me know if I can get you more info is a soft way of saying, can I share more with you? And some of them will say yes, some of them won't respond, and some of them will say no, which is rare because you didn't really put them in a position to say no. If they say no, they just might be a B, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. We have those in our family too, right? Okay, so the first column has 10 spots for family. The reason why I started with this, because I know a lot of you haven't shared with your family. Have you? Admit it, put guilty below. Is there someone in your family that's pretty close to you that you haven't shared with yet? Maybe you switched companies, or maybe you just feel like you're being salesy. Put that in there. Now the next column for each section says mutual connections, okay? If you're just hopping on, you have to put LINK, and then you're gonna get this for free, okay? Ooh, you can almost see it with the lighting. You can kind of see it. You're gonna get this for free, LINK, it's gonna come to you. So family, mutual connections. What are mutual connections? What you're gonna sit down is think, okay, my sister has a husband, my sister has kids, my sister has some girlfriends, right? I'm sure you know some of your sister's friends, right? Or your brother's friends. Oh wow, my brother has some coworkers. I know some of his coworkers were at his baby shower, so I know some of those people. So hopefully you've met them, but otherwise you can ask your brother for a handoff. But you're gonna write down your family and then you're gonna brain dump mutual connections. Who are they married to? Who is their siblings? And I learned this from Marina Simone, this mutual connection thing back in the day. It's the Kevin Bacon theory. Have you guys heard that before? It's 6 degrees of separation. The theory is, hi Ursula, oh my gosh girl, so good to see you on here. So the theory is that so Ursula and I, if we sat down, never met each other before, there would be 6 people separating us in the whole world to any person. So if you're flying and you just were in, Japan and you're chatting with someone, it would be 6 people. 6 people away from any given person. Isn't that crazy? So you're gonna brain dump, who in my family, who do I know of their connections, right? Maybe you know their house sitter, their nanny or something, right? This is gonna take a little work, but it's gonna be well worth it because when you're done, you're gonna have 150, probably more, but if you fill this out, it's a minimum of 150 warm leads. Would you rather have warm leads or cold leads? Warm leads, because that gets us closer to being hot, okay? Next is besties. So you're gonna write down your besties, and you're gonna go through the same exercise for the mutual connections. You guys kind of see it right there, mutual connections. You are gonna write down your besties' mutual connections. So who's your bestie married to? Who's your bestie siblings? Who are their parents? Who are their kids? Who are the teachers of their kids or co-workers of them? And this is gonna feel out of your comfort zone. And like I said, you're at the path right now. You're at the path in the road, people. You're either gonna go down the path of making excuses and not growing and being like, oh, I don't know anybody, or you're on the path of, I'm gonna push through those excuses. I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone and I'm gonna make it happen, okay? The next one is coworkers, kind of another obvious one, but it is okay to let coworkers know what you do. I had an awkward kind of thing because I was doing promotions for the place I was working at. I was doing sales for them, so I had to be careful with that, so you have to use discretion with it. But especially once you leave and make your exit plan, you can go through your coworkers, and a lot of times you can do that now, right? Coworkers are great people to connect with because they have the same struggles that you have while you're probably looking for either a part-time income or something to supplement or to replace your income. They have the same struggles. They work at the same place, right? The next one is other parents, other pet moms. So if you go to a dog park or something, or have made friends with, I feel like we don't have any pets, but it's like a whole community, right? So let's say you've made friends with some people in some pet Facebook groups or something, put them on here. Teachers, so all your kids, all the grades, go back. Like, who do you know from kindergarten, first grade up, or preschools? All those people count, okay? It's people you're seeing every day that you're not stopping and saying, oh, you know what, I've never told them about what I do. The goal is to share. The goal is not to sell, okay? So we're not going down this list like, ooh, who can I close? Our goal is to let these people know what we do. You need to become the person that they think of with your product. So my circle knows that if they want anything about supplements, I'm the go-to person amongst all my friends, my family. I get questions from people that I've done speaking events 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago. I'll get messages randomly, emails. Hey, Kimberly, what about this supplement? Like, people know me for that. So you want to become known for your thing. So let them know you're the go-to person for whatever it is that you have going on with your product, okay? Church and organization. So are you part of if you're part of the PTA, if you're part of any volunteer organizations, maybe you teach Sunday school, people that you also go to church with. We have a lot of, in our community is a smaller community. I feel like everyone kind of knows everyone. So there are a ton of church moms that I have on my list. Okay. So people that you go to church with, neighbors, and then I put local. Who do you know locally? So at the gym would be a local example, or the hair salon, or if you get your nails done, like locally, where are you hanging out? So your neighbors, how many of your neighbors don't know what you do? Seriously, do they not know? Have you guys ever had someone say, oh yeah, I heard of that, and I tried it because so-and-so, and you're like, oh, why didn't I tell them what I do? They could have ordered from me. It happens, right? So neighbors, local places such as the gym, places where you hang out. The next one is high school and college. That one I think can be a little bit, we get in our head a little bit with it. You know, the fact of the matter is, if you believe in your product, you're doing that person a disservice by not telling them. So just think, this is what we don't know. We don't know people's stories or struggles. And Facebook, unfortunately, and Instagram, it's always the best, right? We're showcasing the best. And so you're seeing their family photos, you're seeing, yay, they got a promotion, or they're on this vacation. You don't know that they put the whole thing in a credit card. You don't know that their marriage is on the rocks or whatever. We don't know that stuff. So if you really believe in your product, it's your job and duty. That's what we do. Social marketing, which we'll talk about in the business boutique. I'll help you with that. It's really our job to share. Past connections. So go through all these things we talked about and ask yourself, in my past, who do I know? Old neighbors, old coworkers, teachers from previous schools, my previous church. A lot of you are not going back and asking yourself, who do I know from before, okay? The next one is, I think I've got two on here. That's okay. Neighbors and local. I'll have to check that. Might be a little typo. That's all right. We got the content out. That's all that matters. Service providers is the next one. So let me give you guys some examples. Service providers would be stylist. So any kind of stylist. Some people get eyelashes done, your hair did. Some of you get facials done, massages done. if you get your nails done, pedicures, housekeepers, anybody in the service industry in your world, okay? Housekeepers, mailman or your, maybe my Amazon Prime guy, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, best person in America. The coffee barista, if you always go to the coffee shop and you see the same people, they should be on your list, okay? And you might be like, well, the coffee barista is 17. Yeah, but the coffee barista has parents who are probably the perfect demographic to be your potential customer. I mean, seriously. Okay, housekeepers, mailman, coffee, barista, gardener, anything with your yard. We have a chem-free, what's it called? I don't know. The people who come for the bugs, because we live out, out there and we have bugs and scorpions and things. So I know those people, those are all in the service industry. Doctors, any doctor, your dermatologist, your gynecologist, your general practitioner, anybody that's in the medical world, tax people, money people, so financial people, and your babysitter. So if you have any babysitters, nannies, anybody like that, realtor, who'd you buy your house from? Or maybe you use the service to get your apartment. Car salesman, who'd you buy your car from or who'd you lease your car from? The dentist, your photographer. Those are all people in the service industry who are amazing and make your life better. So you need to tell them about your product because your product can help them. Okay, 99% of you or 95%, if you do shampoo, unless the person is bald, they're gonna be a prospect. And some of those people might wanna grow their hair back, or they know people who need to grow their hair back or need better hair. I mean, really, it's everybody if you get out of your comfort zone a little bit, okay? And then Facebook friends. So there's only 10 spots on here. What I want you to do is I want you to pull up your Facebook friends and I want you to find 10 people you haven't even thought to talk to yet that you know, okay? So just go through and do a scrub of your Facebook list, and I want you to get at least 10 people for this from your Facebook friends list that you know, but you haven't told them what you do yet. Instagram followers is probably easier because a lot of you don't know your Instagram people, but go on there and be like, oh yeah, that person's commented on my stuff. Just warm leads, okay? Put those on here. I have LinkedIn on here. I'm not doing a LinkedIn workshop or anything like that, but I will tell you that I have done them in the past, and actually I should do another one again, shouldn't I? I'm not gonna do that right now, I'm just kidding. Maybe in like December or January. So we did a LinkedIn workshop and it was awesome. And what you can do with LinkedIn is go through your connections and ask yourself, who professionally do I know or I've made connections with that's a warm lead that I could share with them what I'm doing, okay? LinkedIn's really good for exchanging and offering referrals and saying, what have you got going on? Let me share what I have going on, and if we can refer people to each other, awesome, okay? Cell phone contacts, this is always my challenge when I have people who are like, I don't have anyone to talk to. Pull up your cell phone, scroll, so get to your contacts button. This is the iPhone. I don't know about Androids and stuff. Get your cell phone open, go to contacts, do the big hard scroll, go to the bottom. I bet you've got hundreds, if not over 1,000 contacts in there. Go through your contacts. Be like, oh my gosh, I forgot about so-and-so. We used to do Zumba together 3 years ago. You're gonna find people that you forgot about. I promise you. I'd love for you to report back and let me know about that. Your email address book is another good one. So depending on if you're using Gmail or what you're using, all of your emails are saved. You know what I did? This is kind of crazy. When I first got done with my warm market with my first company, I went through and I pulled up my email and I typed A and I looked at all the names that came up. It took some time, but I realized there were all these people that I had emailed for one reason or another over the years. And I just I came up with a blanket email and I just shared with them what I was up to. And I actually had a girl who replied back that ended up joining my team and doing the business with me. So it was worth it because of that one person. You know what I mean? You just never know. Okay, so this memory jogger, if you're just hopping on, you have to put LINK. We have someone from Egypt on here. I don't think I have anybody from Egypt. That might be new, so way to represent, dude. So if you put LINK, you're gonna get my free memory jogger that's brand new, hot off the press. I might have a little typo in there, I'll check that, but that's okay. You can just make that miscellaneous if I've got a repeat in there. Also, when you type in LINK, you're gonna get a message that says Business Boutique. It is closing tonight at midnight. It's closing, it starts tomorrow. This is the only time I'm teaching it live. I realize I've been doing so much live stuff that I gotta rein it in a little bit, but I know the power of live because when people go through my courses live, they tend to get better results than on their own because when you go live, you feel like I'm watching you and there's that built-in accountability. when you do a course yourself, you know what it's like. 3 modules and you're like, oh, I don't even know how to log in, right? So it's the last time I'm teaching live. So if you put link, it'll send you the link for it. So it will be 4 weeks. It's a crash course. It's literally everything you need, the foundational pieces to get organized, have a process for everything in your business. And I have it set up where you learn it, you implement it and teach it, which I am actually trademarking right now. It's called LIT. So the concept is I'm gonna show you really easily, like step-by-step, how to implement this stuff into your business, get results, and then you can take my stuff and teach your teams. Because some trainers are like, don't take my stuff, you know, and it's fine. So you can just use it for your teams, which is gonna be awesome. And if you don't have a team yet, you just start with yourself and you'll attract those people, which we'll go through part of that with the mindset. And everything's recorded, so if you're traveling during these 4 weeks, and also too, it's helpful to plug into something right now because all those summer blues excuses are coming up right now and all the upper limits. So whether it's me or someone else, please plug into something that's really important, okay? So the business boutique is going to be, module 1 is mastering your money mindset. And we'll talk about manifestation and some other stuff like that. Module 2 is becoming a savvy marketer. So I'm going to teach you how I built my following to over 100,000. We're going to talk about social marketing, target marketing, and attraction marketing, not just prospecting and stuff. Module 3 will be your prospecting blueprint. It's going to be everything you need to know to find people to talk to, what to say to them, how to develop the know, like, and trust factor. And module 4 is DMO domination. We're going to go over your daily plan of action, your system checks. What is your sales funnel? What is your onboarding process? You have to have a process for everything if you want to grow really fast and really treat this like the business that you want it to be. So that's what I have for you today. I hope it's helpful, and I'm so excited for you guys to work through the memory jogger and come up with some names, some people you can reach out to share with them what you're doing, and let me know how this worked for you. I'd love to get that feedback and hear from you. You can just shoot me a message or drop a comment below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, go out there and crush your goals and create the life of your dreams.